Hey there, people of the internet. All right, after 4 iterations, I think I'm done. I think I found what I was looking for. Find out what I'm talking about? Stay tuned and check it out. So this is my 4th iteration of this project. So I'm gonna place, I'll drop in a couple snips in this video as well as links below. But basically, if you've been following along over the past year from my 2021 Mazda Miata ND2 MX-5, MX-5 MD2, I built, put in a rear LED, dynamic LED strip that does all kinds of different sequences in the back area of the car, underneath the trunk. I've got this, which is the controller of that, as well as this is just connecting, just a demo for demo purposes, but this is the brains of the slave. So this is a if you're familiar with the world of Arduino and ESP expressive devices, this is an ESP8266. It's a Wi-Fi microcontroller, and this guy, what I've again after all my different iterations upgraded to is an ESP32. This is actually specifically the ESP32 dev kit. Needed a few more pins to do what I was going to do, and I also upgraded what this is all about, what this video is all about actually. So I'm not going to go through the whole project because, again, you can look at my other videos to show how it all works. But essentially, I really didn't like the first screen I had. So phase one, phase one was just a rear LED strip, no controller at all. This thing was just stock. And then decided I want to get a controller going. So phase two was I had a black and white OLED screen in here. It was wider than this. It was okay, but I want a little color, right? So that wasn't good enough. And then I briefly jumped into what I call phase three, which was a smaller display. Let me just reach over and grab it. Based on another ESP8266. This is a TTGO T display, so it has a tiny screen, but it wasn't big enough. It was to get the right aspect ratio. It was really tiny. It was less than an inch wide to actually get what I was looking for, and that just wasn't good enough. So dumped that, and then I moved into this. This is actually a 1.9-inch IPS display from a company in China called Display. It's actually 320 pixels by 170 pixels, so it was about just right. I mean, my perfect world, I would have had the full screen, but you know, if you're in this world, if you play in this world I play in, they just don't exist. You can't find a narrow, right? I've got to have a very narrow screen, only about 25 millimeters high, by about 90 millimeters ideally in color. I can't find them. So if you can find one, please drop it in the comments. I would love to find it, something that I can obviously hook up to an ESP device. But anyway, really happy with this now. I've got the screen I want. I've got a really high resolution, and again, I'll very quickly show you what goes on here. You can watch the other videos to see it all actually working, where the rear LEDs react to the changes. But all I have here is really just the ability, of course I don't do this when I'm driving, but ability to change the modes between what I want to do. Nothing happens with what I'm doing right now. Like, nothing in the back changes right now. The LEDs are on red, and they're just mimicking brake driving lights, and they're in red. Of course I had to drop that in there to show off the car. So anyway, if I want to change a mode, basically I'm in the mode, whatever mode I'm in, I just hold the button down. You'll see it sends it. This guy is what's in the back again. It actually is hooked up to the LED strip. It, you see active here. It actually initiates the sequence. In this case, it's a bounce sequence. Again, maybe I'll drop a quick little clip in here to show you what that looks like. And again, this is all what this is. It just lets me play around, change the mode. It actually sets the default mode for the next time the car starts. So when the car starts up, it goes into whatever mode I have set here, and then it flips into what I call driving mode. So of course I don't want to get pulled over by the cops or confuse people and have somebody smash into the back of my car because they're too busy watching my sequences here. So this stuff only happens when I either initiate it by sending a command, or excuse me, or when the car starts up. Anyway, again, I'll link in my blog where I have a full write-up of how to build this. Actually, I have write-ups of how to build all the different phases. primarily the very first again phase was just the strip in the back. It just comes on using a microcontroller with a predefined mode. I think it was this kit car and bounce mode. And then as I move through the phases, I migrate and actually show you how to actually build this, and slap a microcontroller on it. And again, everything I did is non-intrusive. I can completely remove everything here and put this, this is completely stock. There's no integration with Mazda's electronics. All I do is take 12 volts, actually I converted to 5, but 5 volts off of the accessory power supply from the car, and that's it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Again, please, if you liked the video, I appreciate subscribe, and obviously a like. So again, thanks for your time. Ciao.